Hello, I'm Jen. Welcome back to my channel, Literary Love 123, where I combine my master's in English with my passion for the horror genre to talk about the books that I read. Today's video is a very casual, impromptu book haul video. My daughter's home from school for spring break, so you're going to hear her in the background. And after this quick intro, I'll be right back to talk about 6 books that I recently acquired and 2 bookish items. I'm going to make this as quick as possible while I talk about 6 books and 2 bookish items. So the first book that I recently acquired is Picnic and Hanging Rock by Joan Lindsay. I watched the movie a few weeks ago for the first time. I know. All my bookish friends are yelling right now. Read the book, then watch the movie. And what can I say? I switched it up this time. So let me tell you what this book is about in case you don't know. It was a cloudless summer day in the year 1900. Everyone at Appleyard College for Young Ladies agreed it was just right for a picnic at Hanging Rock. After lunch, a group of 3 girls climbed into the blaze of the afternoon sun, pressing on through the scrub into the shadows of the secluded volcanic outcropping, farther, higher, until at last they disappeared. They never returned. One of the things that I loved about this movie is the horror in broad daylight. I also love that aspect in movies like Midsommar and The Wicker Man. So, if you like books about horrors in the middle of the day while the sun is shining, you might like this. Now, when I say horror, it's not really like, in your face kind of horror. It's more of this creepy, unsettling type of horror. It also kind of gave me vibes of the Haunting of Velkwood by Gwendolyn Keist, where you have kind of this separation of time between this world and possibly another world, or the past and the present. So it's no surprise that I love the movie and I feel like I'm going to love the book too. Also, if you're interested in doing a book club with Picnic and Hanging Rock, let me know, because I think this would be a fun book to do a book club for. So let me know down in the comments if you would like to participate if I decide to do that. That would be a fun summer book club. I said I wasn't going to talk, but here I am blabbering on. The next book I want to talk about is Darkly by Marisha Pessel. I mentioned this in my New Orleans birthday vlog video because it was a gift from Isabel at Isabel Reads. I'm going to link her channel down below. If you're not subscribed to Isabel, please go do so. She has amazing content. She's got a wonderful personality. She brings a lot of knowledge about the books that she's reading. And you're really missing out if you're not subscribing. So she saw this on my wish list and was kind enough to send it to me. So let's talk about what Darkly is about. What would you kill for? Arcadia Dia Gannon has long been obsessed with Louisiana Veda, the game designer whose creations and company Darkly have gained a cult-like following. Dia is shocked when she's chosen for a highly coveted internship along with 6 other teenagers from around the world. Why her? Dia has never won anything in her life. Darkly wants a game-making empire renowned for its ingenious and utterly terrifying toys and games now lies dormant after Veda's mysterious death. The remaining games are priced like rare works of art, with some fetching millions of dollars at auction. As Dia and her fellow interns delve into the heart of Darkly, they discover hidden symbols, buried clues, and a web of intrigue. But who are these teens, and what secrets do they keep? Why were any of them really chosen? The answers lie within the labyrinth of Darkly, a chilling and addictive read by Marisha Pessel. This summer will be the most twisted Darkly game of all. So this sounds like a great book to read in the summer. And just look at that cover. It's so pretty. All right, the next book I want to talk about is Fever House by Keith Rawson. I recently got this at Dauphine Street Books in New Orleans when I was there for my birthday trip, and I will link their website down in the description box below. Give them some love. We support indie bookstores all year, but especially when this video comes out on Saturday, April 26th. So let's talk about Fever House. When leg breaker Hutch Holtz rolls up to a rundown apartment complex in Portland, Oregon to collect overdue drug money, a severed hand is the last thing he expects to find stashed in the client's refrigerator. That's valid. Hutch quickly realizes that the hand induces uncontrollable madness. Anyone in its proximity is overcome with a boundless compulsion for violence. I like this. Within hours, catastrophic forces are set into motion. Dark op government agents who have been desperately hunting for the hand are on Hutch's tail. More of the city's residents fall under its brutal influence, and suddenly all of Portland stands at the precipice of a disaster. But it's all the same for Catherine Moriarty, a singer whose sudden fame and precipitous downfall were followed by the mysterious death of her estranged husband. Suicide, allegedly. Her trauma has made her agoraphobic, shackled with the confines of her apartment. Her son, Nick, has moved home to care for her, quietly making his living working for Hutch's boss. When Hutch calls Nick in distress, looking for someone else to take the hand, Catherine and Nick are plunged into a global struggle that will decimate the walls of the carefully arranged life they've built. Mother and son must evade both crazed, bloodthirsty masses and deceitful government agents while exercising family secrets that have risen from the dead. Ooh, family secrets. Secrets they soon discover that might hold the very key to humanity's survival. So I saw Stephen King praised this book a while back, and then recently my psychiatrist suggested this book to me, not as part of my therapy, but it just so happens that my psychiatrist is a fellow horror fan. So okay. Another book I got while I was on my birthday trip to New Orleans, which I briefly mentioned in my vlog, is Poe for Your Problems. Uncommon advice from history's least likely self-help guru. Discover the power of positive thinking, Kat. That one's for you. I'm speaking to Kat of Kat's Novel Adventures, who is a fellow Poe fan. She does the Nevermore readathon every January. I'm going to link her channel down below. Subscribe to Kat if you're not already. She's perfectly delightful. Okay, so let's talk about what Poe for Your Problems is about. Edgar Allan Poe died 17 decades ago, yet today he's more popular than ever, ranking among the most influential writers of all time and counting millions of fans worldwide. Still, of all the writers anywhere, Poe would seem to be the least likely you turn to for advice. I mean, he's my most likely source of advice. I mean, look, I got a life-size cutout of him over there. I speak to him every day. Okay, let's get back to this. After all, his own life was a dumpster fire. See, that's probably why I connect with him. I keep pointing over there like you can see him, but he's right there, I promise. Okay, so that's precisely the point here, right? Dumpster fire. He married his cousin, got fired from one job after another, and constantly feuded with friends and rivals. Where Poe failed, though, he also persevered. Drawing deeply on Poe's works, this darkly inspiring self help book will teach you how to overcome life's biggest challenges and succeed at work, love, and art, despite the odds and no matter your flaws. I mean, I love his writing, but also I love him. No, I did not marry my cousin, and I would not, even though I live in Alabama, and that's like the joke. I assure you. I assure you. No, no, no. Okay. Back to books, and fitting that this one comes next. and that would be House of Psychotic Women. This is by Kier La Janice. It is here comes a mouthful, an autobiographical topography of female neurosis in horror and exploitation films. So let me tell you what this big chunker is about. But look, okay, look at the back. Can you see? Two of my favorites, Possession and Carrie. So let's talk about House of Psychotic Women. That doesn't just mean me and my besties on a weekend getaway, okay? This is about the book, not my personal life. Cinema is full of neurotic personalities, but few things are more transfixing than a woman losing her mind on screen. Horror as a genre provides the most welcoming platform for these histrionics. Crippling paranoia, desperate loneliness, masochistic death wishes, dangerous obsessiveness, apocalyptic hysteria. Unlike her male counterpart, the eccentric, the female neurotic lives a shamed existence, making these films those rare places where her destructive emotions get to play. Named after the U.S. retitling of Carlos Allred's The Blue Eyes of the Broken Doll, House of Psychotic Women is an examination of these characters through a daringly personal autobiographical lens. Anecdotes and memories interweave with film history, criticism, trivia, and confrontational imagery to create a reflective personal history and an examination of female madness, both on screen and off. There are color illustrations in this book. And I just cannot wait to dive into it. This book feels like a journey and not something that I would read in one or two sittings. It's a book that needs to be absorbed. And the last book I want to talk about is another Poe book. And this is Edgar Allan Poe, The Strange Man Standing Deep in the Shadows, and it is by Charlotte Montague. So here's the back of it. Let me tell you a little bit about it. Abraham Lincoln, Joseph Stalin, Michael Jackson, and Bart Simpson all have one thing in common. They are fans of the 19th century American writer and poet Edgar Allan Poe. The list of authors inspired by Poe is long and varied, but his profound influence reaches much further into music, film, and art as much as literature. There have been more than a dozen film versions of his story, The Fall of the House of Usher, and his works have inspired composers ranging from Claude Debussy to Lou Reed. More than 160 years after his death, Charlotte Montague has written a fascinating account of Poe's life and times, in which she uncovers a strange man standing deep in the shadows, whose unique imagination and macabre writing have changed popular culture forevermore. I am so excited to read this book because it's about Poe, but also just look at this. You have a family tree. I'm trying to find some. There's some really nice illustrations, like for one of my favorites by Poe, of that ring light, the black cat. Another photo of Poe himself. Oh, here's an illustration by Arthur Rackham. Fantastic. I love his art. So, obviously, right, I'm super excited to read anything and everything connected to Edgar Allan Poe. So finally, I've got two bookish gifts that I want to share with you. Both of these came from my son for my birthday. And the first one, I'm like, you know me, don't you? You're not drinking alone if your cat is home. I got a cat and a dog, so I'm definitely not drinking alone at home. And then, oh my goodness. Frankenstein and the monster, as they call it. No, Frankenstein and the creature. The creature, the creation, not the monster. Who's the real monster? Okay, we won't get to a Frankenstein discussion. I'm always up for that. So if you want a major Frankenstein discussion, also let me know down in the comments below. I'll be glad to do that. So look how cute these socks are. I cannot. I'll take a picture of them and post it on Instagram when I put them on my feet. But look, I mean, I love it. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. I would love to know what books you have recently hauled that you are most excited about. Please remember to let me know down in the comments below if you would be interested in doing a book club with me for the picnic and hanging rock. We can read the book and even watch the movie and have a discussion this summer. I think that would be so much fun. So let me know if you would like to do that. And let me know if you want a major discussion about Frankenstein. I could do a video essay, or probably it would take me a series about Frankenstein. So let me know if you haven't gotten enough Frankenstein from me and you want more. Thank you again for watching. If you liked this video, bless your heart. Now, if you like this video, please subscribe. Please hit that like button. Please hit that bell. I'm desperate. No, I'm not. I'm not really. No. But hit that bell so you won't miss a video from me. And once again, I hope you have a wonderful day or night or evening, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. I will see you in the next video.